Hey, you turn down a little bit, Bernie? Turn me or something? Shalom, brothers and sisters! Hallelujah! Powerful, huh? Alright, well, check this out. So I'm on, okay, alright, the Testament of Simeon, the second of Jacob and Leah. Here we go. The copy of the words of Simeon, the things which he spake to his sons before he died, in the 120th year of his life, at which time Joseph, his brother, died. For when Simeon was sick, his sons came to visit him, and he strengthened himself and sat up and kissed them and said, Hearken, my children, to Simeon your father, and I will declare unto you what things I have in my heart. I was born of Jacob as my father's second son, and my mother Leah called me Simeon, because Yahuwah had heard her prayer. Moreover, I became strong exceedingly. I shrank from no achievement, nor was I afraid of aught. For my heart was hard, and my liver was immovable, and my bowels without compassion, because valor also has been given from the Most High to man in soul and body. For in the time of my youth I was jealous in many things of Joseph, because my father loved him beyond all, and I set my mind against him to destroy him, because the prince of deceit sent forth the spirit of jealousy and blinded my mind, so that I regarded him not as a brother, nor did I spare even Yaakov my father, but his Elohim and the Elohim of his father sent forth his angel and delivered him out of my hands. For when I went to Shechem to bring ointment for the flocks, and Reuben to Dothan, were our necessaries and all our stores, Yehuda, my brother, sold him to the Ishmaelites. And when Reuben heard these things, he was grieved, for he wished to restore him to his brother, to his father. But on hearing this, I was exceedingly wroth against Yehuda. That's so cool that Reuben wished to restore him to his father. It's like he was redeeming himself, you know? Alright, that's my thought right there. Alright, and Reuben heard these things, he was grieved, for he wished to restore him to his father. But on hearing this, I was exceedingly wroth against Yehuda, in that he let him go away alive. And for 5 months I continued wrathful against him. But Yahuwah restrained me, and withheld from me the power of my hands. For my right hand was half withered for 7 days. And I knew, my children, that because of Joseph this had befallen me. And I knew, my children, that because of Joseph this had befallen me. And I repented and wept, and I besought Yahuwah Elohim that my hand might be restored, and that I might hold aloof from all pollution and envy, and from all folly, for I knew that I had devised an evil thing before Yahuwah and Jacob my father, on account of Joseph my brother, in that I envied him. Number 3. And my children, hearken unto me, and beware of the spirit of deceit and envy. For envy ruleth over the whole mind of man, and suffereth him neither to eat nor to drink, nor to do any good thing, but it ever suggesteth to him to destroy him that he envieth. And so long as he that is envied flourisheth, he that envieth fades away. 2 years therefore I afflicted my soul with fasting and the fear of Yahuwah, and I learned that deliverance from envy comes from the fear of Elohim. For if a man flee to Yahuwah, the spirit runneth away from him, and his mind is lightened. And henceforward he sympathizes with him whom he envied, and forgiveth those who are hostile to him, and so ceases from his envy. Chapter 4. And my father asked concerning me, because he saw that I was sad. And I said unto him, I am pained in my liver, for I mourn more than they all, because I was guilty of the selling of Joseph. And when he went down into Egypt, and he bound me as a spy, I knew that I was suffering justly. I grieved not, and I grieved not. Now Joseph was a good man. Now Joseph was a good man, and had a spirit of Elohim with him. Being compassionate and painful, he bore no malice against me, but loved me even as the rest of his brethren. Beware therefore, my children, of all jealousy and envy, and walk in singleness of soul with good heart, keeping in mind Joseph, your father's brother, that Elohim may give you also grace and glory and a blessing upon your heads, even as ye saw in Joseph's case. All his days he reproached us not concerning these things, but loved us as his own soul, and beyond his own sons glorified us, and gave us riches and cattle and fruits. Do ye also, my children, love each one his brother with good heart, and the spirit of envy will withdraw from you. For this maketh savage the soul, and destroys the body. It causes anger and war in the mind, and stirreth up unto deeds of blood and laddeth the mind into frenzy, and suffereth not prudence to act in man. Moreover, it taketh away sleep, the cause and causes tumult to the soul, and trembling to the body. For even in sleep some malice, jealousy, deluding him, gnaweth, and with wicked spirit disturbeth his soul, and causeth the body to be troubled, and waketh the mind from sleep in confusion. And as a wicked and poisonous spirit, so appeareth it to man. Chapter 5. Therefore Joseph, comely in appearance and goodly to look upon, because no wickedness dwelt in him. For some of the trouble of the spirit the face manifests. And now, my children, for some of the trouble of the spirit the face manifesteth. And now, my children, make your hearts good before Yahuwah, and your way straight before man, and ye shall find grace before Yahuwah and man. Beware therefore of fornication, for fornication is mother of all evils, separating from Elohim, and bringing near to Beliar, wickedness. For I have seen and inscribed in the writing of Enoch that your sons shall be corrupted in fornication, and shall do harm to the sons of Levi with the sword. But they shall not be able to withstand Levi, for he shall wage the war of Yahuwah, and shall conquer all your host. And they shall be few in number, divided in Levi and Yahuwah, and shall conquer all your hosts. And they shall be few in number, divided in Levi and Yahuwah, and there shall be none of you for sovereignty, even as also your father prophesied in his blessings. Chapter 6. Behold, I have told you all things, that I may be acquitted of your sin. Now if ye remove from you your envy and all stiff-neckedness, as a rose shall my bones flourish in Israel, and as a lily may my flesh in Yaakov, and my ador shall be as the ador of Libanus, and as cedars shall holy ones be manipulated from me forever, or multiplied from me forever. And their breaches shall stretch afar off. Then shall perish the seed of Canaan, and a remnant shall not be unto Amalek. And all the Cappadocians shall perish, and all the Hittites shall be utterly destroyed. Then shall fail the land of Ham. And all the people shall perish. Then shall all the earth rest from trouble, and all the world under heaven from war. Then the mighty one of Israel shall glorify Shem, for Yahuwah Elohim shall appear on earth, and himself save man. Then shall all the spirits of the sea be given to be trodden under foot, and men shall rule over wicked spirits. Then shall I arise in joy, and will bless the Most High because of his marvelous works, because Elohim hath taken a body and eaten with men and saved men. Chapter 7. And now, my children, obey Levi and Yehudah, and be not lifted up against these two tribes, for from them shall arise unto you the salvation of Elohim. From Yahuwah shall raise up from Levi as it were a high priest, and from Yehudah as it were a king. Elohim and man, he shall save all the Gentiles and the race of Israel. Therefore I give you these commands, that ye also may command your children, that they may observe them throughout their generations. Chapter 8. And when Simeon had made an end of commanding his sons, he slept with his fathers, being an 120 years old, and they laid him in a wooden coffin to take up his bones to Hebron. And they took them up secretly during a war of the Egyptians. For the bones of Joseph, the Egyptian, guarded in the tombs of the kings, for the secret told them that on the departure of the bones of Joseph there should be throughout all the land darkness and gloom, and an exceedingly great plague to the Egyptians, so that even with a lamp a man should not recognize his brother. Wow, that's amazing. That's in Exodus. All right. And now, chapter 9. And the sons of Simeon bewailed their father, and they were in Egypt until the day of their departure by the hand of Moshe. Hallelujah. What a wonderful little study. And that was the book of Simeon. Incredible. Yah Baruch you in every way. Hallelujah.